Yes. Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Okay, we'll move on to item 7, planning application reference number 8520251.89, full planning permission for erection of school and associated works on land at Community Sports Ground in Mudgee Road, Peterhead. Then I welcome Sally Wood, Senior Planner, to present this report. Please, Sally.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you. So yes, this application is a full planning permission. It is actually the category of major, which is a hierarchy in Scottish Government create in terms of planning applications. So you get your national, your major and your locals. And this one falls within the major category. And as such, therefore, in terms of scheme of governance, must be determined by the planning committee. The application site itself lies within the settlement of Peterhead. Slide 2, I'm sure you're familiar with Peterhead, but the slide 2 does show you in relation to the settlement. And slide 3, sorry, shows you the outline of the application site boundary. The area of land is reserved in the local development plan for the development of a new Peterhead Academy and community facilities, and it's approximately 11.4 hectares in size. Adjacent uses are largely residential. In the south-east corner is a children's nursery that has been in operation for a few years now and had received planning permission before. And to the north is in London roads, beyond which are also additional residential houses. In support of the application, a number of documents have been submitted, and these are listed in 2.18 of the committee report. You can see that that's quite an extensive list there. Equally, in respect to the section just a bit above it, 2.17 is a list of relevant planning history, but nothing sort of, of significant merit, given that the 23 application had been previously withdrawn. During the course of the application, amendments were made, but these were in light of comments by the roads development team and largely related to minor changes and a revision to the transport statement as well. Importantly, the application hasn't attracted any letters of representation, and in respect of consultations, there are no matters that can't be mitigated against without the imposition of conditions. So roads are happy, natural environment team are happy, but also Live Life Aberdeenshire and also Sports Scotland, bearing in mind that the current use of the site is a sports facility, grass pitches largely. In terms of relevant policies that the planning service feels appropriate are listed in section 5 of the report. And also, just to confirm, there are no local place plans that the members have to consider, but the committee has to consider in determining the application. So slide 4 there shows the proposed layout plan. The building is located within the northern section of the site. There's car parking for users of the building on the western side, and to the east is largely for bus parking provision with some sort of access for service vehicles on occasion as well. To the south of the site are a number of pitches, sports pitches and athletic track. That has been subject to consultation with Sports Scotland, who are satisfied with the information that's been received. It has no objection subject to conditions. To the east of the along the boundary of the site is an access route as well, and that shall be retained under the proposed development. But actually, throughout, throughout the layout is increased connectivity, connecting north, south, and east, west, or at least allowing for that provision. I believe that there might be some sort of ownership matters which really are out with the plan, out with this plan consideration, but the connectivity is there for people to transfer through the site and often also sort of recreational opportunities with the landscaping and the biodiversity net gain measures proposed as well. In relation to slide 5, that shows the proposed renovations. The building is substantially over 3 floors, and then there is the roof as well, which will accommodate a number of the plants that's proposed to support the building. And equally, slide 6 as well is another sort of floor set of elevations. Slide 7, 8 and 9 are the floor level plans, and as you can see, the building sort of tiers as it goes, you know, up to the sort of second level of the building. And the slide 11 shows the proposed roof plan. Slide 11 is taken from Google Maps, but it's just to give you an area view, and it really highlights, as I say, the neighbouring uses around the application site itself. So just moving on to the photographs now. Slide 12, that is of the nursery deck. It's Tells Park Nursery, and it's located in the southeastern portion of the site. You can see it's quite a modern building, quite simple in its form, and with some attractive rendering as well. This photo is taken from a neighbouring residential dwelling houses looking onto the site. There is a mugger within the application site currently, which is a multi-use games area, but again, Sports Scotland have no concerns about the loss. And this is taken from the car park adjacent and overlooking the site. As you can see at the moment, as I say, there are sort of grass sports pitches as well. And I think that's the mugger area just there with flood lighting too. There are some interesting levels sort of in the centre and southern parts of this site. And actually there is also sort of levels as well from west to east, so sort of these clear sort of banked areas. But the application itself is sort of considered those elements, and I think that's why, in some respects, with the direct linkage to Kinmundy Road, but also with the sort of topography why the building is proposed in the part of the site that it is. So effectively, the application is before you because it is a major category of development. There are no objections from the consultees, and any sort of mitigation has been included as a suite of conditions as recommended in section 10. There are application attracted no representations from the public, so just to conclude that the application is recommended for approval, subject to the reasoning outlined in section 10 of the committee report and for the reasons also cited at section 10.2. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sally. Can we open for discussion, please?
I'll put my hand
You're
up.
throwing my bit, yeah. Councillor Simpson, then Councillor Powell.
Councillor Simpson just wanted to remark that from a public perspective, it might feel strange that local councillors are taking a decision over a building that we've been waiting for a long time. But I'm reassured by the fact that the planning service has put all the policies that it has into this paper, and that in fact there is nothing because a departure is great, because it means people have worked together to try and get us to the position that we're in now, where we can just welcome this. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Powell, please.
I was waiting for you to say something, Chair, because you're probably one of the biggest supporters of this project. So I'll delegate to you, but I just wanted to say thanks to the effort that the planners have put in. It's not been easier to get over the line with the construction cost, I think, increasing, was it 40% at least at one point? But I think Peterhead deserves this campus, and it's going to be a great legacy for future generations. So I'm really pleased to see it. I had one question about the travel, which I think Councillor Smith has asked this before, and I picked off the back of him, is if we find that the roads outside, the main roads, aren't sufficient, is there a chance to review this again, or are they sufficient now, I suppose is my only question. But apart from that, all positive. Thank you.
Ali, are you able to make a comment, please?
What I would we'd like to respond is to advise that in relation to the planning application and the material considerations of the planning application itself, but the roads development team raised no concerns, and neither did the planning service in relation to the planning application that's before us. Should members be minded to grant permission in accordance with our recommendation today, we wouldn't be revisiting this. That is the grant of planning permission based, but taking into account the development plan and other material factors, we're satisfied that we can support this application.
Thank you very much. I see no further indications, so I will go with the recommendation, which is to grant full planning permission subject to the conditions detailed in the report. And now I'll make comments.
You can maybe cheer, Diane.
It's a great step forward for our community. Really pleased to see us get to that milestone today, and we'll have further comments when we do our next paper. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sally. We move to item 8, the update to the project. Amanda Rowe, Area Manager, to present this report. And when Amanda presents the report, I'll say, well, that's a good news.
Thank you, Chair. I'm hoping that today's report has built on positive outcomes. It was on the Council on the 22nd of November, and also the planning application that you've just considered and approved. The report is confirming a more detailed timeline for the campus, but is still confirming construction on site from April 2026 and occupation in August 2028. Sally, in her presentation, did refer to the fact there's a mud building on the site. There isn't any more of those that's out being demolished as the enabling works for going ahead with this. So if you're driving past, you will see if there was rubble a couple of days ago, it might be clear by now. So decisions have been also taken on the way forward for the community facilities. So those are the facilities at the current academy site, the existing community and leisure facilities, that includes the theatre, and the decision by council was that these will be retained and upgraded. It was agreed that as part of those plans being developed for upgrades, officers will work closely with local councillors, the community and partners, linking with the current place planning initiatives, so Peter 2040 and Peter present place, to make the most efficient use of the facilities that we will have on site, and to explore the potential of enhanced community leisure provision and take advantage of any external funding opportunities. Also at full council last month, the overall capital cost position for the completion of all elements of the Cultural Tides programme, which is both the Peterhead Cultural Quarter and Macduff Marine Aquarium. Those were approved. This positive decision allows the appointment of the Tier 1 contractor for the Arbuthnot site to be progressed and allows officers to get the heads of terms and lease agreed finally with the preferred operator for the Carnegie building. With planning and building consents already in place for the Arbuthnot building, it is expected construction will be on site from March next year. And similar to the campus, we're expecting the building to be operational as a museum and Peterhead Library in August 2028. Committee will note that there is an update on Peterhead Library, which moved from its existing location to the Community and Leisure Centre earlier this year. The early decant is necessary to allow surveys and inspections to take place prior to undertaking internal design works. And the timeline for the library to be in its current location has unfortunately had to be adjusted as a result of the retendering exercises we had to undertake in relation to part of the wider Peterhead Cultural Quarter project. However, there has been positive feedback on the current non-traditional location of the library, and there has been an increase in visits to the library and an increase in family memberships. However, it is acknowledged that it might not be as positive an experience for some of our adult users, and Live Life Aberdeenshire is actively exploring how to engage adult users with library services in the town while the library is in its temporary location. I'm happy to take any questions too.
Thank you very much, Amanda. Members, questions, comments, please. Yeah, well, again, really pleased. Thank you all very much. Pleased to see these updates, pleased to be able to share dates, pleased to be aware that we are getting more information out to our communities as we go. After this meeting, we'll be putting out some comms. On site 2, pleased to see the commitment to keep the theatre. Has been a bit of a concern. The library, I've got mixed views, as you are aware, of the current location of it. So I'm glad that is being looked at, but all in all positive for Peterhead. It's taken us a lot of hard work to get here. We need to thank all the officers and everyone involved in getting us to this position. We look forward to more updates. We look forward to getting spades at the ground and getting it built. So if anyone's anything to add, please feel free.
I don't think it's just Peterhead, Diane. I think
Okay.
Chair.
Aberdeenshire.
I think, well, in terms of the cultural ties project, it's very much the middle of the Shire and beyond perhaps. In terms of the other aspects of it, in terms of that much North community theatre, it's not just trying to be a bit, because I'll be at the panto. All the
So it's wider.
It's wider. It is fantastic to get to this stage, but it's been a long, long haul, but we are getting there.
So 1.2, the committee's recommended to 1.2.1, acknowledge the current update on the delivery of Peterhead Community Campus, and 1.2.2, acknowledge the current update in relation to the Peterhead Cultural Quarter. And as Councillor Anne Simpson said, it is Aberdeenshire wide that it will amend the project. So I can confirm that this meeting has now concluded. Thank you for your interest. Can we stop recording?